Drop puck sitting on the line, and Klippenstein couldn't get there before Hamilton. All right, Hamilton. And now they're going to go. Klippenstein and Hamilton. Klippenstein gets the first two in. Hamilton trying to grab him by the back of the jersey. They're wrestling, and down to the ground they go. It's a Gordie Howe hat trick for Bowman Klippenstein.
Now 3 Grizzlies converge on him. He'll swing it across for Tkachuk. Tkachuk up ahead for Cleary. Cleary knocked down by Hideshma, and then all tangled up with Shortall, and then Hideshma gets taken into the Grizzlies bench, and here comes everybody, as it was Caden Rauji and Hideshma going at it initially. Now the sticks come up with 46 seconds left in the third period. The Canmore Eagles and the Olds Grizzlies, and this one is continuing on here. Kirill Schmalz is now getting into it as we get some excitement here in Fisticuffs, late stages of the third period here, and down to the ice. You get the linesmen coming in, sticks and gloves everywhere, and as this game winds down, Williamson out of the zone with speed down the right wing over the Grizzlies line, taken to the boards by Vandermeer, stays after it though, behind the net, taken into the boards again, this time by Doucette, and that's a penalty, and we got a fight in the far corner. Vandermeer has the gloves off, throwing right hands, the Dragons Yule, and they go back and forth, a big time tilt with 2 big blue liners. Yule trying to get the jersey up on Vandermeer. They continue throwing punches as this has gone on long enough that the linesmen will finally come in as they go to the boards. But on opening night, you couldn't ask for anything more.
Nothing Grand Prairie in Whitecourt after 1. Lansing with a big hit. That's going to be a penalty. And now the Thunder come in. Might even things up here. You got to think tempers might start to flare here a bit. These two teams have now played nearly 6 periods straight of hockey. Well, a little over 5, I guess. Now Miller's got a hold of Oscar Aitken-Salmons. They go down to the ice. Oh my, now there's a punch thrown, and we got a scrap. Miller goes down, couldn't hold his footing. And it did not last very long, but
box.
It almost looked like he might have caught a knee-on-knee there, potentially.
Yeah, he was favoring a knee or an ankle as the Grizzlies come in and bodies come together. Will Robinson, he's in the middle of that, a 20-year-old from Toronto, picked up in the offseason and a trade with the Hearst Lumberjacks.
Bouncing out into the slot, settled down by Villeneuve. He'll skate with it. 2-on-1 with McGowan. McGowan holds, shot, goal. Villeneuve celebrates his first AJHL goal. And a fight down at the other end. Nordstrom going toe-to-toe. Who is that for the Cats? I think it's Wyatt Ewell.
That face-off over to Tripp Jensen. Nadeau with the shot, deflected into the corner. And we're going to have a fight as we have Spencer Clairhout and Jackson Hopko. Clairhout giving up a little bit of size there.
Cunningham with the dipsy doodle around and just misses short side on White. On White. Wilson is battling with Bartha in the corner. And here we go. We got a good old Donnybrook here as you got Bartha versus Wilson. Bartha with the takedown, and he's still throwing. Face-off won there by Feist over to Simpson. Looks like we're going to see another one here as Nicholson and Bugera. As Bugera did not like the way that he was taken down to the ice, and he stands up for himself, and he takes both of them.
His mates are off for a line change, so he chips it in deep, but there's a penalty. There's a fight. Coons collides with Harris as they fall to the ice. Trying to get back up is Coons. His helmet is off. And the linesman and referee will step in between Will Harris and Spencer Coons.
Picked up now. Oh, we're going to have a scrap as Marinkovic is going to take on Schultz. Schultz played for Drayton Valley last year. Trying to get some life back in his team as Marinkovic is throwing rights, giving left jabs. Schultz is just keeping him out. Nice uppercut there by Marinkovic. Schultz with a shot across the top as he's able to take down Marinkovic. To the extreme Cosma with a shot wide. Stopped there by Jones and knocked down. As Palmieri gets ran at there by Wentz. Gillard is holding back Baschuk. And I don't think Baschuk wants anything to do with Gillard. He's realizing that he's wiry. Christensen's throwing punches as he knocks. Christensen is going after Jackson Martin. Martin and Gillard and Baschuk are going at it. Gillard is throwing punches at Baschuk. As Martin and Gillard are still going at it. Baschuk loses his jersey, but he still wants to go. Gillard asked him if he still wanted to, so they're still throwing. Gillard is now down to elbow pads.
Deep in the Bonnieville zone.
Oh.
McPherson Ridgewell's going to take a penalty,
we
and
got a
now he's
fight.
going to be engaged in a fight there. It looks like Justin Berezniak is going to.
Gillard gets back at Trevor's. Good work there by Gillard as they're scrum in front of the net. Two people going here. Bracco and Palmieri are going to go at it now. Palmieri with the right and another right. Bracco with an over-the-top right. Undercut by Palmieri. Rights by Palmieri. He's taking Bracco down to the ice. Good work there by Palmieri as Bracco is still throwing as the linesmen's are out on top. It'll be interesting to see what comes of that because as you go down, you're not supposed to still throw, but we'll see what they say.
Shot in by Lozinski and offside. Now we got a scrap. Jack Bauk and the Bobcat. I can't see his number. Lots of traffic there. He just plays into the open boards. And now Alonso is tripped. He's looking at both referees. Apparently neither saw that. And now we got some more stuff happening. That's Garrett Tom and Caden Wiltsey in the corner. They got each other tied up. One glove is down. There's another one. Oh, and there's a shot in the right hand by Garrett Tom and another one. And now Tom's coming over the top on Wiltsey and now an uppercut from Garrett Tom. Oh my goodness.
Being knocked off the puck into the corner. Penalty coming up against the Thunder, and now we have a fight. It looks like it's Bill Hoosen for the Thunder.
going for skate around. The defenseman goes in deep, and he's pushed off the puck nicely. And here we're going to have a scrap now. You got Palmieri and Ewell. That one just kind of came out of nowhere. Sticks were down and gloves are off and fists are flying.
Palmieri's got him on the boards.
Palmieri's pushing him along the wall, and Ewell's throwing him, but Palmieri's holding his on. So is Ewell. Good scrap here.
Oh,
uppercut. Now Ewell's with the reach around left by Palmieri, and the linesmen are in. Good scrap there by two 20-year-olds. Hall, who then loses it back to Sherpa. Oh, good body there, good checks. Oh, penalty upcoming to Bugera, as it was just a good body, and we have a scrap as Connell right away. So Connell right away dropped the gloves, so it should be an instigator to Connell, but we'll see here as Bugera and Connell are going at it. Bugera holding his own against Connell. Connell 6'2", 195.
Bugera 6'0".
Bugera 6'0", 185, but I think Connell might be a little taller, and he's taken down to the ice.
You know, that's why we're up here, Dale.
Yeah, the stripes are down there, and we're up here with the eagle eyes as
a little bit of pushing and
Jano
shoving
goes right after Marinkovic.
Now we're getting the penalty. Oh, and a full brawl. Oh, boy. You know what? I think it kind of boiled over, even with the linesman. Marinkovic and the linesman going.
Oh, here we go. Jones and Coots going at it at center ice. We got a goalie fight. This is out of nowhere. Coots and Jones, and they're throwing them. And Jones is feeding some rights. Coots is getting pulled. And the linesman is... Jones, Coots, rights, lefts. And down goes Coots, and Coots with the punch at the end is on Jones.
Puck into Thunder territory, 15 seconds left on the clock. Murray back to the blue line. Now we got a fight. Sutton and Bessie throwing bombs, and Bessie getting the better right now, and now some more shots, and as the linesman trying to separate.
Brad Moran. Something to say. Now looks like Bracco and Serediak are going to go. They shred him. Bracco jumps in with one. Serediak comes back with two more over the top. Another one from Bracco. Two more from Bracco. Three. He's feeding him his lunch. The iceberg is down. Bracco jumps Serediak at center ice.
Shot blocked by Cooper Brown. Bradley Gallo and
center, backhanded down the ice off the stick of Kellen. Kellen to Cunningham in the far corner. We get a fight behind the Storm net. It is Hunter Motley for the Olds Grizzlies trying to get some left-hand jabs in there as he and Matthew Gillard go toe-to-toe. Motley with left hands and a couple quick ones, and he reaches to tie him up, drives him into the end wall heavily. Both helmets are off. Hunter Motley in there wrapping up his man, Matthew Gillard.
County dropped past and taking the shot was Rajay. Collision between the DeConey and Filion, and now Rajay is going to come in for his goaltender, and now we got a battle here, and it's going to be good. And Rajay, they go to the ice now.
Yeah. Brought in by Metzger and then knocked away from him. Look out. Penalty coming up as Gallant was knocked headfirst into the boards. And now Tyson Murray went over. Oh, now Murray's got the right free. Murray was taking rabbit punches to the back of the head as he jumped in after Gallant was hit from behind. And then once Murray got that right free, he started. Here's a shot that's wide. Metzger now with the puck. Now we got a fight. Jack Bauk and a Grizzly player. Oh, Bauk is just throwing rights into Motley. Now Motley lost his helmet. more uppercuts from Bauk. Oh man, they're letting him go. And Jack Bauk is a decisive winner. Hunter Motley.
Shot blocked by Esteban Labelle. Walia hammered on the near side boards by Albert. Stapled him to the wall at the front of the net. Now they've got another player going after Albert. That's Nordstrom. There's going to be an initial penalty against Fort McMurray. Then the fists start flying. We've got a couple of different tilts underway here. Walia going at Labelle, and Albert is getting pounded on the ice here as he got taken down. Again, Nordstrom attacked Albert to begin all of this after Albert threw the hit on the near side boards.
Pearson Ridgewell behind the net. He'll skate it out, and now we got a fight here. Lining up, Cody Pizarchuk with Keston Beagle. Keston Beagle with a couple of rights. Helmet pops off for Beagle as he takes a big hit. Rights throwing here, back and forth. Hockey action here. Swinging back and forth as Beagle goes down, sticks tapping.
Pins Peterson to the wall. He's down. Puck available. Found by Villeneuve. And now a fight going. Frenetic against Coons. They drop it. Center ice. Frenetic 2 right. Coons a couple more. Both buckets pop off. Shots coming from both. Frenetic starts popping them with the left. Uppercuts coming from Coons. Takedown still feeding him his lunch. What a spirited bout between Frenetic and Coons.
On Sean Coots tonight, 29 on to Tamlin. Oh, a big hit there. Miles Gold at center, and that's going to draw a crowd. Yule's going to auto shed onto Gold. Gold going to try to get the right hand working, giving up some size to Yule. Some heavy-duty shots. Yule giving him, but Gold won't slow down either as a big-time tilt here.
Pipke plays it back for Huson. Now we got a fight at center. And they're throwing bombs as Shortall and finally separating a Shortwell.
But they're struggling to find any kind of purchase in the offensive zone. Adams is in on the forecheck. He's running to the boards. It was a high hit on Leo Adams. Fans want to call, won't get one here. And now there's a fight. Adams doesn't like it. Drops the mitts with Reed Larson. They're throwing rights at each other. Adams trying to go over the top on the much larger Reed Larson. Down goes Larson to his knees. He's back to his feet. They continue to throw bombs. Rights across the bow from both these players. They are continuing to go on the offense. Adams wants to switch to the left, and now they're tired.
All the way down and around, stopped up by Nicholas Jones. He'll feed that up along the left wing himself, and a big hit there from Schaffmeyer. And it's going to be a fight. Schaffmeyer, he's going to go at it here with Bergera. Schaffmeyer, Bergera. Here they go. And a right hand, Bergera feeding Schaffmeyer. He tries to step in, let one go. Here they go. Bergera, Schaffmeyer. He's feeding him a couple. Referee trying to step in, and now he does. They're still tossing hands, and the referee steps in the middle and make that the first ever fight here at the...
Eagles control the puck. Keston Beagle behind the net. Gets tripped.
Oh, that's a penalty.
There's going to be a penalty for the Kodiaks. And Schaff.
Oh, Beagle wants to drop him again.
Go at it. And I think Beagle's maybe took on a little too much there after getting probably, I guess, a slash from behind by Schaff.
One trip. Oshowski each, and there we go. In behind the play, Oshowski is going to drop the mitts here against Nathan Maloney. Oshowski, couple crosses. Oh, the uppercut, Oshowski. Oshowski has got the right hand working here on Maloney, and he's just covering up because Osho is uncorking on Maloney.
And that's what you need more out of Oshowski.
Extreme on the attack again. Finley gets driven into the Eagles' stanchion by the gate, and now we've got a fight. And it's Bolt. As he goes after Keston Beagle.
Clark getting in the way, and Canerva not liking that one bit, as Canerva is now up against everybody. Everybody's getting onto finding a man again.
Caden Clark. I think it was Caden Clark with the absolute
And here we go on
chop.
the other hand, though. Jackson Hopko giving the business to Harris. Harris can't see a thing as Hopko takes him down. Jackson Hopko was ready to scrap there.
Extreme end. DuPont gets upended right in front of the extreme bench. He's slow to get up and appears to be favoring his leg. And Kenny Sutton didn't like that hit on Schultz. Sutton is going to give Schultz the business. Swing your partner round and round, punch him in the head, and knock him down. Here we go. They're tied up against the boards, and as such, the linesman will jump in quickly. They're still trying to get some shots in here. Schultz got Sutton's helmet ripped off and smashes that off the ground.
Behind the net, elects to play it, looking for Russell Jr. He gets hit hard, right from behind. Into his aid comes, I believe that's Bugera. No, that's Seeley coming in. Everybody getting involved now. The original penalty, Brogan Walker getting involved. He's throwing some punches. Walker tied up with a guy with a full cage. Both guys with full cages here. Punches being thrown by Walker and Walitsky. Gloves on with the full cages, and Walker feeding them. Walker will get the takedown. Don't know if those guys will get a fighting majors or not, but Brogan Walker did all the throwing. Now that puck will be dumped in, and we got a scrap breaking out here. This is going to be Wilson. He's having to go with Ivanasek, and Wilson throwing with Ivanasek. Zach Wilson trying to get the helmet off, gets the jersey over, throwing uppercuts, and gives Zach Wilson the decision on that one. All alone. Harris got hit there by Jace Moffat. And Moffat and Marinkovic are going to go. Moffat and Marinkovic, probably the two toughest guys on the ice. Tommy Marinkovic loves this. He is no stranger to this. Marinkovic throwing again. Uppercuts connecting now. Marinkovic trying to get the helmet off of Moffat's got him now. Moffat with some uppercuts. Throwing lefts at Marinkovic. Marinkovic throwing now. He's got the rights going. Gets him in on Moffat and give Marinkovic the win there.
Around the boards, Insinger gets it out to center. Schlatt takes a hit from behind.
Rough hit there. That's going to get a response for sure.
And behind the play, Valheisen and Insinger are going to go at it. The big centerman stepping up for his smaller wingers. And they stood up there, exchanging rights.
Pass to Wiltsey at the line. Centering option to Hakita won't go. Him and Roland. A little pushing and shoving, and Roland wants to go, and now they will. Roland gets 3 off in a row. 4, 5 of them. Roland absolutely feeding him his lunch. In case he forgot the pail at home. 2 more from Roland. Now 2 over the top. The Bobcats going at it. Big swing at the end from both sides. Hakita and Roland.
Abruptly, but welcomed back with open arms. He was terrific last year too. We have a fight going on, I believe. The gloves are off and trying to spot who it is. Dragon unloading the right hand there. And that was Aiden Connell.
And backhands it towards the net. No, Cunningham takes a swipe at Grayson. Now he's in a headlock and down. Now Larkin jumps in from the point. Cunningham has got a Kodiak behind. Now we got a scrap. Lazinski, and that's 23. That's Sokolowski. Lazinski took a left. Now he throws a left. Lazinski. Now another left from Sam. They both go down. And Lazinski on top of Sokolowski. Now in front of the net. There's another fight. Baschuk and Marguerite locking horns. They start throwing punches. Baschuk goes down, so does Marguerite. They've got Lazinski separated in the corner. Now they get Marguerite separated.
Keeble almost gets his third.
Turned over to Roland. Roland comes in hard. Hit there from Fritz.
Here we go. Hopko ready to go.
Jackson Hopko lines up. No, it's not Keeble, sorry. Claire out as Hopko over the top. Now coming under.
He got
trying to get that helmet off. A couple good lands from Claire out. Hopko really wants that helmet off. Reaches for it, now swings by, a couple to the top of the head, loses his own helmet. Hopko gonna punch his way through the visor by the looks of it. They wrap up, Claire just trying to haul Hopko to the ice. Hopko not gonna have it. The linesmen say enough is enough.
Kodiak zone, Lavender still has it, shot, rebound, and it's loose for a moment. The whistle goes, the Thunder push the puck into the net, and now everybody comes together. As we have a fight, but the linesman's not going to let it. And now he lets them go. So it's Bauk and Tomko, and Tomko's eating some shots to the back of the head.
Harrison stepping up, and he's going to go at it here. Harrison Bolt, he's in one, letting the fist fly here on Spencer Coons. Bolt and Coons going at it here, grabbing onto each other. A big hit there from Bolt, hammering the punches down, still letting them fly, and drops his man down to the ice just like that.
Face-off circle, back to five-a-side hockey. Gazelle can't get it out of his own zone. Spooner has it right face-off circle, trying to dance away from Ethan King. There's a fight behind the play. Dropping the gloves is Hugendorn against his former team, against Michael Carter, right on the bench, the penalty box rather, and they're throwing bombs. Right-hander from Carter, trying to do an uppercut. Back comes Hugendorn right into the ear hole of Michael Carter. Carter back with a right of his own. They tie up. They're still going back and forth. Hugendorn tries to switch to the left. Carter's got the jersey over his head. Back comes Hugendorn with the right. They're still going at it, and down goes Hugendorn and Carter.
The affiliate, and we're going to have a tilt. This is going to be Caden Schottmeyer against Nick McLennan. The referees lining them up, and here we go with a good right hand.
Gets a good right
hand by McLennan to get things going. And that rocked Schottmeyer, the 19-year-old from Kelowna. And McLennan with a left hand. Schottmeyer's saying, I'm okay, but the linesmen get in there.
It was 12-10 shots on goal in the first period for the Eagles. Cazelle's going to fight Moffat now after Moffat took down Look in front of the Eagles bench. Oh, it's McPherson Ridgewell, sorry. McPherson Ridgewell's taking on Moffat. The Thunder captain. I don't know if this is a good trade-off for the Thunder or not, but pretty good trade-off as it comes to throwing rights between these two players. Linesmen are going to let them continue to go until they wrestle their way to the ice.
Mason Finley is on the puck first. He'll throw it up to the blue line, but it's held in by Grand Prairie. They'll cycle it in behind a Fort McMurray's net. Now there's going to be a fight. Marinkovic drops his gloves, tosses Schmidt to the ice. Schmidt has no chance as he can't get himself situated. That one looked like it was started by Thomas Marinkovic. First left-hand corner in front, looking for Wilson, but the puck was tied on up, and Dume will try to scamper out to center ice. He absorbs a hit from Harris towards the head area, and now gloves are off. Fight will ensue. Harris is grabbed onto by Mason Finley. They both go tumbling to the ice. No punches are thrown.
As the Eagles have doubled their lead. Jamie Weller is going along in front of the benches. We can't see who it is for the Eagles. Punch is still throwing as the linesmen are in there. Is it Ethan Look? That's who he was John with before. I'm guessing so.
Gauld on the near side boards. He got turned around and takes a huge hit from Spencer Masters, and that's going to be a penalty. Now we got a fight. Oh, and Masters with a right hand knocks down Schonbacher, and now they're in a tussle. Schonbacher with some rights. Masters tried the right, and he fell to the ice.
This a fine gentleman in Grand Prairie. Penalty coming up here as Christensen gets hit from behind. He comes up after Radke. Punch is being thrown. Radke's got his gloves on. Now they're going to go here. Christensen's got Radke down. Helmet off. Sorry, is that Wentz? Pretty now. Sends it across. Shot handled easily there by Nicholas Jones, who was beat on the screenshot earlier and has looked really solid ever since. Now we're going to have a scrap. It's going to be Schulte. I believe that's Wilson. He knew, ooh, Schulte spins him to the ice. Wilson comes up, and Schulte going to get the better of Zachary Wilson, who doesn't do this often.
And one bobble there at the line, and it forces the play off. They back up before it's lifted in, and Crashley's right in the midst of one. Are they going to drop? They will drop here and go. Crashley trying to get the right hand free against Zachary Wilson. He does get a right hand. Wilson, a couple crossing right hands, and Crashley taken down.
Throws it right wing for Elgire. Swims a check of Cody Nordstrom. Trying to feed it out in front, but it deflects onto the pads of Vincent Filion. Filion holds on now. There's punching. Freer and Elgire. Helmet comes off of Elgire. Freer, they drop the mitts. Over top with the left. And then Freer is pushed to the ice by Elgire.
Find some free ice. In the middle, Fondele leaves it and taken away, but in the corner we got a scrap. It's Handbold who's on top of his man, and Handbold getting some shots in. It is
Get out of
real
the way,
fisticuffs,
linesman.
and the linesman.
Ooh, that might have hurt his head.
I think that's Steinke and Handbold having a real burr.
Letting his teammates know that the penalty is about to expire. Out of the box is Jamieson. That shot is swallowed up by Cruz Chase. He'll hang on for the faceoff. And now we've got Paskowitz and Trevors. Trevors is going to drop the gloves here with number 12, Caden Schottmeyer. And Trevors has his jersey over his head. And also we've got Paskowitz tied up with Jackson Martin. And Paskowitz gets the legs out from under Martin and tackles him to the ice. Schottmeyer and Trevors, their evenings are done. Paskowitz, he stood on something and fell.
McLaughlin keeps the puck in. He's
first
hit.
year.
Rhett Miller there.
Now Gallo and Red Miller are going to go after it.
And Gallo with the feeds.
And a big, big right hand, Bradley Gallo. Away from getting their goaltender his second shutout in 3 games. As time will tick down on this one, Vandermeer. And we're going to have some rough stuff here. As Hashowski and Vandermeer were going at it. Now there's going to be gloves dropped here. Hashowski, he's got a hold of, I believe that's Casey Russell Jr.
Stopped by Jones. Boland tried to knock that puck out of the air but couldn't make contact with it. Trischuk will try this again. Trischuk played that into the corner for Boland, and that puck is into the netting and out of play. And Boland and Bugera are going to go here. Not too sure what that's about as Boland gets thrown to the ice. I'm not sure how that came about.
dump it down. After it is Kinneber. He's got the go-ahead goal right now. Things end this way. That would stand up as the game winner. Kinneber wrestling down low with Bugera. Intent to keep the puck trapped against the boards. And now we got a fight, and it's going to be Bugera going at it with Kinneber. And Bugera is absolutely feeding Kinneber rights. Kinneber trying to hold him off. And Caden Bugera.
And then there's Tyler Pretty with the opening goal for the Extreme Selfish. Oh, we have a fight underway here. Harrison Bolt catches one on the right, catching some uppercuts here from Suro. We thought this was coming all night long as they continue to chuck knuckles. Harrison Bolt and Suro back and forth. It keeps going. Bolt overhand, and they drop down to the ice. And that will do it for that fight right there. Sarah, we had that one cooking up all night long. I thought it would happen earlier, but finally, off the draw. The first point of the night, I believe, for Streak. Make that his third point of the season. And now we're going to have a fight. DeHaas, he's going at it here. Jackson Smith involved as well. Jackson Smith gives him a couple good shots here as the referee's now going to step in. Smith.
Line and out, but two Dragons in pretty good shape. Now we've got a scrap. Lachlan Kazicki going with Kate Fondele, and Fondele landed a couple of big ones. Now Kazicki getting up. He's giving away a lot of height. Got a lot of heart, young Lachlan Kazicki, and he's throwing him there. Oh, he got one on Fondele. And then they both go down. I think they'll both claim victory on that one.
The other way for the Storm. 5.5 to go now in the second. Puck is in behind the Extreme net. It's a quick wraparound chance there from Marinkovic, and it looks like him and Baschuk are going to go at it. Here comes Marinkovic and Tyson Baschuk. They're lining it up. Baschuk shaking it out, and here we go. They're jolting at each other, looking to tie up. They're going to have to get it going here. The refs are going to separate them. Baschuk getting into it now. Now gets fed from Marinkovic. Uppercuts, jersey jabs. Baschuk comes over the top. He catches him a second time. Tyson Baschuk feeding Marinkovic, and now they'll fall, and Marinkovic gets him with a couple as they're going down. I don't think I would draw a clear winner out of that one. Now for Alec Hall. Hall pours this one over into the left wing, gets knocked down to the ice by Martin. Penalty upcoming here. And it looks like it's going to be to the Devon Extreme as Wilson's going to go at it now with Jake Sokolowski. Sokolowski stepping over. He's feeding Wilson right off the bat. Now catches a couple of his own and drops Wilson down to the ice. And I think Jake Sokolowski definitely now going to get the upper hand. And that one is trying to throw in a couple extra punches in at Wilson. These two really irate at each other. And that's going to be it for their nights.
And here they come with Fritz leading this rush. It is Fritz to the Olds line, and then behind the play we got a fight. The gloves are off. It is Phoenix Flett going toe-to-toe with Noah Smith. Big right hands by both. Smith gets the jersey up over the head of Flett. He digs his way out. They grapple on, and that one was a high-energy collision there.
Blue line. Storm controlling. Christensen sends that puck in as he takes a hit. Onescu mishandles it, but nobody down low for the Storm. Christensen now in front. There's going to be a scrap here as Chase Christensen gets the right hand going. And I think that was Jack Pollock who made that mistake.
Perry with the stop, and he Snow Angels keeps it alive. And a couple more extra shots, and that gets everybody involved on this scrum. As some extra whacks at Perry, who had the puck covered, and that gets everybody involved. Brown is separated with one of the Extremes in the far corner. Everyone else piled up on the near side. Looks like Brown and Wentz are separated. We'll see how they separate this, as we got more Chingwaru in a battle.
The points he had all of last season, and 17 goals as well. Here's a big hit and a penalty upcoming. Clarehout's going to get one against Green, looking short side and denied. Play is still alive here. Clarehout and Gallard are going to go. They've dropped the mitts and they're squaring off. Gallard and Clarehout. They're serving. Now, Clarehout gets it with a right. One more over the top from Gallard. One more from Clarehout. Two more. Trading blows on both ends. Clarehout in a bit of a headlock now. Gallard has him tied up. And that is going to do it for that bout.
Boyd Minster got that 3-goal lead back. Now Harris on the far side. Wrestling with his man. He's sent to the ice. Harris looks like they're going to go here. Will Harris trying to get the helmet off. I believe that's Noah Smith. Harris has got his helmet off now. They're going to drop the gloves, and it's going to be Will Harris and Noah Smith. And Harris and Smith are going at it. Will Harris trying to get the team fired up, and Noah Smith is chucking him right back. Harris continues to throw here, looking for the uppercut. Noah Smith able to handle his own here as Harris switch up to left, now back to right. Smith pins him against the boards. Harris has his jersey, and now Harris is throwing right all over Smith now with rights from Harris. Linesman looking to step in as Harris switches up again to left. And a spirited battle there from both. We'll call that one a draw. Great play by Bugera. A fine streak, and there's a big hit as Caden Bugera gets hit by Fritz. Bugera wants to go, and he's going to grab Fritz. And Fritz wants no part of it, and I don't blame Fritz there either.
Grand Prairie Storm ref.
Seeley and Brett Christensen are going to go.
Inside the Dragon zone. Christensen grabs Seeley. Christensen with a right, another right. He keeps throwing, they're tied up. Seeley, couple uppercuts. Christensen throws another right. A left. They tie up. Trying to get Seeley's helmet off. He gets Seeley's helmet off. And the refs, the linesmen step in and split. Not a bad tilt between these two.
Face off in the neutral zone, 5-on-4. Hebert back for Bonnyville, and we got a fight. Hashowski, he's gonna go Jace Moffitt. They square off. Here we go. Hashowski, Moffitt, they connect. Hashowski with two rights, another right by Hashowski. As he lands another one, Moffitt tries to get one in. Hashowski, a couple of jabs, another jab. Moffitt with one. Hashowski throws a left, another right by Hashowski. Hashowski again as they tie up. Moffitt with a right. Hashowski comes over the top. Moffitt with a couple of jabs with his left. Hashowski changes it up. He throws a left as they tangle up again. Another shot by Moffitt. Hashowski spins off. Linesmen break it up. Brett Hashowski and Jace Moffitt.
McLennan and Wilson come together.
I think they're going to go.
And we're going to see a fight. Nick McLennan and Zachary Wilson are going to come together. Linesman telling them, speed it up. Let's go. Get in there. Right along the boards. They're feeling each other out. McLennan throws, misses. McLennan right, left, right hand. He's tied up by Wilson along the board, still throwing. Nick McLennan with a couple good lefts and rights.
Yeah, he got
feeding it to him. He's turned around now. Couple more right hands, and the linesmen are going to step in there, and what a fight that was.
One hand tuck. Calaveras in front of his net for Hanville. Berezniak and Pollock are going to go. Berezniak was asking for it. Pollock's going to oblige. The painter, Jack Pollock, second fight of the year. They line up. Pollock over the top of right. One more right comes from Berezniak. Uppercut. Pollock, two over the top. Two more uppercuts. Jack Pollock is feeding him his lunch. Justin Berezniak forgot his meal at home, and he gets two knuckle sandwiches.
Over to Laurie. Oh, and here we go. Peterson and Thomas Marinkovic going at it here.
Great on center ice, and Tommy's swinging hard. Right.
Good on Tommy as
Trying to pick him back up and go again.
good work.
Broadcasters across the league and a great asset for anybody here in the AJHL. Oil Barons lead it 3-1, 9:45 remaining in this third period. Akushin behind the net trying to feed out in front. Now we got a fight. Leo Adams, Caden Schottmeyer. This will be Adams' second fight of the year. They grab on, and right from Schottmeyer, back comes Adams. They tie up Schottmeyer now with an uppercut. Adams his head down, trying to throw rights. Schottmeyer continues his assault on Leo Adams. Uppercut from Schottmeyer to the ear hole of Adams. Back comes Adams. It's a great tilt. They go back and forth. Adams turning the tide, trying to switch to the left, and now they go down to their knees and they're tired. Listen to this crowd.
Calamar's got to his feet just in time, but couldn't find it. And away from the play, we've got a fight. Gloves and sticks are off here at center. Menard and Sokolowski. Linesmen are close in as a couple shots. Sokolowski, Menard trying to get the right hand going. Menard's helmet off, and he'll score the takedown at the end of it. And they still jaw and swing at each other in the clinch as
Larkin back to Grayson. Couldn't hold on to it. Sherpa, shot, stopped. Oh, now Biddick and Sherpa, and here we go. Biddick with rights into the back of Sherpa's head. Unfortunately, I don't think Sherpa put the gloves off, and I'm not sure what that might mean in terms of penalties. But Dylan Biddick is still angry over that non-call and went hard into the end boards. And
Canmore Eagles have played the most games so far this season. Only 3 games left on their schedule, and now Bracco and Husin are going to go, and this is quite a size difference between these two. Husin's got Bracco pinned on the boards. Bracco gets loose, and Bracco gets hauled down by Husin, but brings him down with him. And you have to imagine that's retaliation for Bracco's hit on Luke Marley. Cross, a good effort to keep that onside. It's still onside. Melnick centers to Singleton. Singleton shoots and scores. And Bessie wants a piece of Melnick after the goal. And Melnick, he's not a guy we see throw them very often, but we got 2 fights this game. Melnick and Bessie get some good shots in here, both upright. Melnick's got Bessie in a backwards headlock of sorts, and Bessie falls to the ice. And I think the win will go to Brett Melnick this time.
172 pounds goes right in after Willem Turward, who goes 6'3", 205. And Turward certainly gets the decision, but Doherty gets it for the guts here.
A bit unfortunate for Doherty too. His fight strap broke, and it let go of his jersey. So unfortunately, you have Turwood grabbing his jersey and pull it over his head. Like you can see, the strap is still attached to his pants, like it's supposed to be.
Yeah, the referees are talking. I mean, he's talking about the back of the jersey. He's talking to the Fort McMurray bench, but you can see without question that he was tied down and it just broke. The linesman should have picked that up. The linesmen were right there.
And Lee will square up. Face off one back, Mitsu a touch back towards McGowan. And here we go, Skrepnik. Cage comes off quickly, punches a throw on Skrepnik. Wheeling from over top, now under, now still pumping away is Kale Skrepnik. We'll give him the decisive win as he lands one more last one there on Austin Wentz.
Season to pull him even with Bradley Gallo atop the AJHL scoring race. Anderson is out. He has served his 10-minute misconduct. Now we got a fight. Here's Garrett Tom and Bolin. Bolin throwing rights. And Tom trying to get rights in. Bolin with a reach advantage. Tom got a right in. And now Bolin will go for the headlock.
Tommy Marinkovic is going to go with Turwood. And this is Marinkovic perhaps getting a bit of revenge for the lopsided fight last night that Doherty was in. Marinkovic is in a different weight class than Colin Doherty. Turwood can throw, but so can Tommy Marinkovic. Throwing jabs now. Now Marinkovic. 1, 2, 3, throwing uppercuts. Marinkovic getting shots in. Turwood throwing rights. Now Marinkovic with the uppercuts. Turwood will get him to the.
Yannick now trying to dig it out in the left corner as this one comes back out into the middle off the stick of Huang and Eastwood. And it looks like we actually have a fight down in the corner now. Radke getting into it here with who looks to be Spencer Coons. Radke, Coons continuing to go at it. This fight is still happening here down in the corner. A bad angle on it right now. Couldn't tell you a winner if I tried. Now I'm watching it through the camera lens. It looks like it's broken itself up.
And play continues. Eagles get it across on the far side. 20 seconds left in the first period. Here's a huge hit just inside the line. Maroona rocks his man, and then the Eagles go at him, and we got a fight on the far side. Maroona throwing right hands. Maroona takes his man down, as it was Tavin Schlott who came in for the Canmore Eagles. And the crowd is on their feet here.
Had a real good read to break that pass up.
Big boys. Misses. Connell throws, misses Sutton. Couple shots to the back of the head. And Connell, Sutton getting hammer fisting. Connell,
and Connell with a big right hand. Trick. He elected to shoot there and it was blocked.
Big corner battle, Hanvold and Martin going at each other. Puck pressed along the boards. Referee threatened to blow it dead and then folded over again. And an auto shed by Coventry on Martin. He didn't like it after that aggressive cross-check. Coventry sheds it immediately. They're in a tight clinch. Uppercut Coventry. Right hand Coventry. They hold, trying to get the left hand free. And after a hard battle that wasn't blown dead.
Can't get on the good side of him. Stable will take a hit in behind the goal. Streak comes in and he's going to scrap. It's going to be Streak going at it here with Hikita. Carter Streak didn't like the way Hikita hit the AP.
Oh, good game at 17-12.
We see Jason. Oh, we got a fight.
We got a fight. McPherson, Ridgewell, and Tate Ewell. Ewell's landing a fair amount of punches. McPherson, Ridgewell trying to give it a good goal. And he's receiving more than he's sending. And now the two go to the ice. The linesman will break that up.
Going to finally get called, or
there's a hit from behind, and that doesn't get called either. Two officials watching it happen. And here's going to be a scrap. It's going to be Gansky getting it done. And this is on the officials as Gansky takes his man down. Either these two guys are going to call some penalties, or this is going to be the rest of the night.
Plays that down low for Bracco. Bracco, he's tied up by Allgaier. Skating away with the puck. And Marinkovic is going to grab Bracco and start throwing the fists. Bracco, I don't think, wanted anything to do with this fight. And that is quite a size difference between the two. Marinkovic listed at 6'2".
Period for the Calgary Canucks. Down 3-1. Big bump by Bolland. And that'll set the stage for game number 3 at the Bonet's Energy Center. And they're dropping the gloves. Allgaier and Bolland. There's a couple of big boys chucking knocks, and Allgaier pile drives Bolland down to the ice.
Storm traded in the offseason for Casey Russell Jr. There's a big hit, and that's going to be Streak is going to get a kneeing penalty. And going after him was Leach. Streak will go with Leach, despite giving up near a foot. And now Marinkovic will go after his man. That was Paskowitz. We'll have a look at this hit. Team, the Inter Pipeline Cup will go to the Calgary Canucks as they pour off the bench to celebrate. They get the win. Full marks to them. 12-1 in 3 rounds of playoff hockey. Absolutely dominant.